If you've ever wondered what truly breaks someone, not the paparazzi flashbulbs, not the headlines, not even the whispers in royal corridors, then Meghan Markle's latest confession might just leave you stunned. At 44, Meghan has opened up about the one man who, without raising his voice, had the power to silence her completely. Not a prince, not a palace aide, Trevor Engelson, her ex-husband. And her words? They cut deeper than any tabloid scandal. He didn't need to shout. His silence was louder. Let's peel this back, because what Meghan describes isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a glimpse into the kind of emotional power dynamics most of us secretly fear. After all, haven't we all faced that one person whose silence spoke volumes, whose withdrawal left us questioning our worth? Trevor's silence, Meghan admits, made me feel invisible. And that, she says, was the scariest thing of all. The silence that speaks louder than words. We've all been there. You're in a heated moment, maybe with a partner, a friend, or even a boss. You brace yourself for shouting, for confrontation, for the drama you can at least respond to. But instead, silence. A phone that doesn't buzz. A door that doesn't open. A voice that never replies. That's what Meghan says shook her the most in her relationship with Trevor. His refusal to shout, to argue, to explain. His ability to simply shut off. For Meghan, a woman who has navigated Hollywood sets, royal scandals, and ruthless press cycles, it wasn't the criticism that haunted her. It was the absence. Isn't that wild? That silence, not noise, can feel like the loudest weapon in the room. Fear wrapped in stillness. Meghan described the aftermath of their explosive split like a physical wound. I couldn't walk for days, she admitted, describing the anxiety and shock that followed Trevor's emotional cutoff. Imagine that. A heartbreak so brutal it leaves you unable to move. She confessed that Trevor was the only man she truly feared. Not because he yelled, not because he threatened, but because his silence created a void she couldn't fill. For someone constantly in the spotlight, being ignored, being unseen, was worse than being criticized. And let's be honest. Isn't being made to feel invisible one of the most crushing experiences we humans can endure? The psychology behind the silent treatment. Here's the thing. Psychologists say that the silent treatment can be as damaging, sometimes more damaging, than open conflict. Creates uncertainty. It leaves the other person spiraling, asking, what did I do wrong? Do they hate me? Am I worthless? It's not just Meghan. Maybe you've had a friend who stopped texting back, a partner who stonewalled you during fights, or even a family member who froze you out. That silence doesn't just sting, it lingers. And Meghan's confession brings this uncomfortable truth into the open. Emotional absence can cut deeper than emotional chaos. So, what do we do when faced with silence that feels louder than shouting? When silence becomes your teacher? Here's the silver lining in Meghan's painful admission. Silence, as devastating as it feels, can also become a teacher. It forces you to face yourself. It forces you to build resilience that doesn't depend on someone else's approval. Think about it. The people who once had the power to shake us with their absence often become the reason we learn independence. Meghan, after spiraling, rebuilt her life, found her voice, and yes, walked into another whirlwind chapter with Prince Harry. But beneath it all, you can hear the echo of that earlier lesson. That silence can destroy you only if you let it. So maybe Meghan's story isn't just royal gossip. It's a universal wake-up call. Relatable lessons in Meghan's confession. 1. Silence isn't weakness, it's power. But how you respond determines if it crushes you or strengthens you. 2. Fear often hides not in loud arguments, but in the absence of them. 3. The people who ghost us, whether lovers, friends, or family, aren't defining our worth. They're testing our resilience. Meghan feared Trevor's silence because it erased her. But today, by confessing it, she's rewriting that power dynamic. And maybe that's a reminder for all of us. The things that once broke us don't have to define us. A cliffhanger for us all. Here's the million-dollar question Meghan's confession leaves hanging in the air. Was Trevor's silence cruelty? Or was it just his way of coping? Was Meghan really invisible to him? Or was she projecting the fear we all feel when someone we care about refuses to acknowledge us? We may never know Trevor's side of the story. But what we do know is this: silence, whether intentional or not, can change lives. Final thought. At 44, Meghan Markle's raw confession reminds us of something we'd rather not admit. Sometimes it's not betrayal, not shouting, not conflict that undoes us. It's silence. And yet, out of that silence, strength can be born. So here's my challenge to you. Think about the person whose silence once left you shaken. Did it break you, or did it build you? Are you still haunted by it? Or have you reclaimed your voice? Share your story. Because if Meghan can open up about the silence that nearly destroyed her, maybe we can all find a little courage to speak up about ours. After all, silence may be loud, but our voices, when we finally use them, are louder.